The Tories' desperation has shown its ugly face once again. In an interview earlier this week, Keir Starmer said he would like to finish around about 6 p.m. on a Friday. This is because his wife is Jewish and Friday night is the start of Shabbat, which is the Jewish day of rest. It starts at the sunset on Friday and ends on the sunset of Saturday. Most Jewish people have what they call Friday night dinner, where the family get together and have a meal. They even made a sitcom about it.
Shalom! Shalom!
However, the desperate Tories are now using this as a stick to try and beat Labour with. Only last week, Sunak said this.
Is there anything you admire about Sir Keir?
Well, I think actually when I hear him talk, these jobs all take a toll on everyone's family. And I think he does a very good job of balancing, family life and work life and making sure that he prioritises that and makes time for it. And I think when you hear him talk about that, that's a nice thing.
However, today Tory Health Minister Maria Caufield has tried to turn finishing 6 p.m. on a Friday to spend time with the family into wanting to work 4 days a week. Shadow Health Secretary Wes Streeting has this brilliant response.
How important to you is work-life balance?
It is pretty important, but I would say as a minister, it's not really that feasible. I note that probably what you're alluding to is Keir Starmer saying he's going to be doing a 4-day week and finishing at 6 o'clock every evening.
No, he didn't say a 4-day week. He said he was going to finish work at 6 on a Friday, like many people do. And I believe that's to help his wife observe her Jewish faith, which is commonplace amongst Jewish people. So not a 4-day week. That's not true.
Well, I'm a person of faith as well. And so the work-life balance is extremely important. But he has indicated that he wants to kind of have a more flexible working life approach. That's just not possible. I'm just a junior minister and I work 7 days a week, often, close to 20-hour days at times. Suffer.
Does that set a good example, though? Job first, family second. I mean, what are the most important things in life, if not your family, your children? And he's a dad of school-aged children. So surely you wouldn't begrudge the man, if he does become Prime Minister, spending time with his kids.
Well, Rishi Sunak is also a father of 2 young children, and he has talked about how difficult that is. But if you're given the privilege to firstly serve as a Member of Parliament, and a Member of Parliament is often a 7-day-a-week job just on its own, looking after your constituency. But if on top of that you've got ministerial responsibility, that's a real privilege and such an important job to do. And to do it well, you do need to put in the hours. And very often I do my ministerial box probably after I get in from work at 10 o'clock at night. And, some of those decisions need to be made by the next morning.
There's something fundamentally wrong there, isn't it, in terms of setting an example about work-life balance? Why in this country do we champion working all the hours God sends? And maybe when you're working unsustainable hours as a minister, that's why so many of your Conservative colleagues have decided it's just not worth it again and they're not running in the election.
Well, I think you are right that there are many MPs who've done this for a number of years now, particularly as the party who've been in government, that choose that they do need that work-life balance and that sustained pressure is not sustainable.
David Cameron, when he was Prime Minister, was famous for his chillaxing. It sounds like if Keir Starmer becomes Prime Minister this week, he'll be chillaxing too, knocking off early on a Friday.
No, what Keir Starmer has said is that throughout his time as leader of the Labour Party, he's tried to protect Friday nights with his kids. Firstly, because he's a good dad. Secondly, his wife's family have Jewish heritage and Friday nights are special. What we've seen this morning is just the latest desperate attack from the Conservative Party, the party that brought you the biggest lockdown party in Downing Street, now talking about other people's work ethic. The stench of their lies and hypocrisy is even more overwhelming than the vomit they left for Downing Street cleaners to clean up. And like the Downing Street cleaners, if we're given the chance on Thursday, Labour will clean up the Tories' mess too. And as far as I'm concerned, this is just the latest example of why this circus needs to be brought to an end and why people like Maria Caufield, who are out this morning debasing herself on national television, should also be removed at the general election. And I know she's feeling the pressure from the Liberal Democrats in Liverpool.
The way the Tories are behaving, it's as if Starmer's already decided to skip out on Cobra meetings because he wants to finish writing a book. Oh, no, wait, that was Johnson when he was Prime Minister. But it's not the first time that Wes Streeting's had a brilliant comeback to Tory lies, and you can see him doing just that in the video that's on screen now. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.